really yell, but
Recording is on.
maybe it yelled. So with that being said, I'm gonna start scribbling. One is definitely more prominent than the other, and I have kind of a feeling why. Yeah, hang on. Give me a second. Usually I'll have you zone out with me for a minute, but I don't think that honestly is necessary at this point. Hang on. So one of them, first I like to try to figure out the connection between you. Like that's one of my favorite things. So one of them kept saying like my daughter, but it's like an offshoot of my daughter. So are you an offshoot of a daughter or are you full on daughter?
Daughter.
Cool. Okay. Cool. Wow. That was like one of the first things kept saying daughter. And I'm like, oh, you are vocal. Good job. So it's funny. The one thing that she was saying earlier, I like to ask, like, how long has it been since they passed? Has she been passed over like 10 years or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because she was talking about, well, I'd be an old woman by now. And I'm like, you're not even that, like, what are you talking about? Like, and so for me, that's usually over like a long period of time. How long has it been now?
She passed away in 2010.
Okay, yeah. So hell yeah, over 10 years. Okay. Hang on. Wow. She's good. She's funny. She's a really good person. She's just a little dry, and I like it.
Yeah.
So okay, there's a couple of things, and there's more people that come through as well. So just be with me now. Now this other person is very like opposite, and they even talk about they feel a lot closer to home. There feels to be like almost like this intensity of separation and sadness that goes along with this other person. And then it even goes down further with it's weird because she feels like one of the things she kept talking about was mom and dad. And I'm like, I don't know who's that. Is this a friend to you?
Possibly, yes.
Okay. Is the Jessica person, is that like a friend to you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because when she was talking about like mom and dad or whatever it is, I'm like, okay, so is this a sister? And like she kept separating herself. That was the point of image. Okay, cool. Oh, shoot. Okay, this is great. Sorry, I get excited about myself. Yeah. Hang on. One of the things that we're going to flip back and forth right now. So one of the things Cecilia was saying, it was a phrase, was like, it was too much. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means yet. We'll get into this. And then another one was, why would this was the perplexing thing for me, which I told you, like, she was one of the flashes was like sadness and crying with what happened, and I'm like, and then she shows me like a flash of like somebody holding their hand or something like that, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what that is, but like we're already either lifeless at that point or we're like on our way out of being lifeless at that point. I don't know what that means either. And then another one was like she kept talking about mom with like this big sadness to her, and I'm like, I don't know. So usually that goes along with like guilt or something like that goes along with her. Like there's this the way it was being said, it had that that went along with it. Hang on. Wait, are you married now?
Yes, but we're not together.
Okay. Hang on. Sorry, she's talking about mom. Just random phrase came out. She's like, I'm like, how's she going? Like, is she gonna get married? She seems really young. She's like, oh, she's married. I'm like, oh, okay. Hang on. Hold on. Okay. She said the best thing that could have been done for both of them is to get them apart. So that was really, really a lot of conflict there. That was a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
Because it seems like it's like super long and drawn out. Like, God, how long have you been with that person for? Like another, like, hold on, like 8 years or something like that?
No, like 5-ish.
Okay, that's still for. Wait, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's yeah. Okay. Hang on. So it's interesting. They're in two very separate corners. So Jessica's whining right now about how people forgot her. And then mom, and we'll get into that, but it's funny because I keep talking about her eyes. I'm like, they're so beautiful, blah blah blah. Because it's more like she's a really good person, but she almost has like this negative Nancy attitude about her right now, and I don't know what's happening. We'll get into that. It's usually probably because revolving around how they passed and like what was happening over there. And then with mom's cool. Mom just feels like, cut your shit. We're gonna talk about it. This is how it is. So they're both. It's and I almost feel like they're on. It's like they're in. It's like. Jess, I kind of have to go down and hang out down here, and Mom, I have to go up here, and so that makes me. Hang on, hold on. Let me go. I'm gonna go ahead and go for just one right now. Let me go for Mom real quick, because it's hard to try to channel two people at one time and get all these sets of different informations. Hang on. She's Mom. Okay, so obviously what happened with Mom, like nobody could really prevent it, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because she goes like this. She's talking to me. She's like, well, if we could do it over again, it'd be a little bit different, but it is what it is, like that. I'm like, oh, okay, hang on. He's talking about you. That really, wait, so you were around her while all this was happening?
My parents were split, but I stayed with her a lot.
Okay, cool. Because like it really affected her. Really affected her. Hang on. So she keeps commenting on what, like I look at her photo and I'm like, you're gorgeous. She's talking about wanting to be a model or it's like something stupid like that. I'm like, okay, like she's talking about like this is her favorite photo, and then she flashes over to like what she turned into or something like that. Like it's almost like she goes from this wonderful, bright, beautiful woman to like she doesn't feel very good about herself. She doesn't like the way she looks. She feels like she got really old. But it's almost like, wait, did she drink a lot?
Not that I know of, at least. Okay. I don't think so.
No, you're fine. There's just like this, there's almost like this morphing of the body and of the face. It's like she like greatly changes.
Yeah. She had cancer. So she got really sick. Yeah.
Okay, that's why. Yeah, because she's showing me she's going from here, and then she just shows me like grayed out and like everything is more like down here and just and like you can see the bones in here and you can no wonder. Okay. Wait, did she have brain?
Did she have what?
Did it affect her brain?
I don't know.
Do you know? Okay. Because I did a spirit box session before this. I have a cute little box. I meditate and then I put it on and I want to see what I can get because it terrifies me when I hear things out loud. And then one of the things that was said was like either a brain issue or something with brain and then it went to bone. I don't know. You got to ask about that.
She did have a stroke before she passed, actually.
Okay, like brain, like literally right here, I have it written down. It's like brain issue right there. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, that's why she feels so different. That's why she shows me laying up. That's why she shows me being like that. She's very, hold on. She's talking about with you. She's talking about if she was still here, she would have, it's almost like she would have given you a lot of tough love and she would have been able to get you like change your mind or like get you out of a lot of situations or like sway you in a different direction or something like that. Cause she's like, oh, if I was there, this would have never done. I'm like, I know. It's okay. Hang on. She's interesting because she feels so much lighter than Jess. Hang on. She's talking about you. She's talking about that you're doing fine. Hang on. She's talking about how you are older internally than you actually are. Hang on. She's talking about how like you have kind of like you're giving do you have a very small dog or do you have a cat? What is the little tiny thing?
I do have cats.
You do? Okay, cool. Because they're like this big. Sorry, they look like shadows and they're about like this big and they're like running around. And I'm like, it's either a tiny dog or it's a cat. I'm like, what is this? Hang on. Hang on. Aww. Did you not get to say bye to her at the end, Mom?
I didn't.
Okay, cool. Because she's talking about, she's like, I wish I would have been able to tell her I love her. I wish I would have been able to tell her I love her. And it's interesting because she's having a hard time talking, not with me, but I guess she's talking about physical life and her throat is really, really like raspy whenever she talks. It's really grated. She's like taking me back to that moment. And she's telling me you're a beautiful kid. She's like, she's a beautiful kid. Beautiful kid. Hang on. Okay. Oh, wait, are y'all from Texas?
Yes.
Okay, cool. She's just like, I go, where are you from? I said, because she sounds very similar to me. And she was like, oh, from Tech, just like you. I was like, oh, aren't we? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Did she smoke?
I know she did like some of my childhood, but I know she kind of tried to hide it.
Okay, because how she's talking to me right now, she's not old anymore. She like flashed to that. She's not making me feel terrible anymore. She shows me almost like what she looks like in this picture, but like in normal clothes. And she's like, she has her hair short, just like, but a little bit more short and cropped on the side. And she's like talking to me like this. She's like, yeah, I know. Like that. And I'm like, okay, hang on. She's telling me you choose boys that are weaker than you. Hang on. No, you don't. Do you? Wait. You don't have a son yet, do you?
No.
Okay.
Oh, my brother does.
Okay, because she's talking about grandson. Does he really?
Yes. He's 2, almost 2, I think.
Really? Okay. She's talking about, I'm a grandma now. And I'm like, no way. And she's talking about like the grandson. Okay. Hang on. Did she not like your father a whole lot? That's why they split. Did they like not get along?
No, they did not.
Okay. I said, so what happened? Like, what happened with Dad? She goes, he was a piece of work. Hang on.
Yes.
That's why I'm like, did she not? It's like, that's a very interesting connotation. And she definitely doesn't really care for him. She's like telling me like he's selfish and like all this stuff pretty much. There's more words to go along with that. Let me just tell you. But in a nutshell, that's kind of how that is. Hang on. She said Jess was confused and just took it a little bit too far. Hang on. Jess is talking about it. Sorry, we're segueing right now because she's talking to her. She's apologizing to you. Wait, was this like a best friend though? Like best friend?
We hadn't really known each other that long. We met at work and we did become friends.
Okay. Because she's like apologizing. She's apologizing. Hang on. Like, I'm sorry, but she has like this really nice little accent about her. And I'm like, oh, okay. Hang on. What are you talking about with that? No wonder she keeps talking about the family. It's very separate. That makes sense. Hang on. Hold on. She says she hated that job anyway. Yeah. I was like, what? Hang on. It almost feels like, did y'all do customer service?
We worked at a restaurant.
Perfect. Because she's talking about almost like wearing a uniform or like having to wear black pants or khaki pants and like this top on. And she's talking about way too much running back and forth or like something like that. And then she's talking about like always having her hair down long and like having that like that. And then like not. Hang on. She said it was just a big old accident, That's what she said. It's total. No wonder she's whining. Hang on. Talking about if I would have just made the right decisions, I still would have been here. Hang on. Wait, was it an actual accident?
Yes.
Okay, was somebody else involved with it? Like, was somebody else with her when this happened? Were they the ones driving, not her?
Yeah.
Cool, perfect. Because she's like placing blame on another soul. Sorry. Sorry, I scared myself with them. Hang on. Wait, was she taken to the hospital and that's where she died?
No. They died on the scene, yeah.
Okay, there's something, that's what I'm talking about. There's something about that hand. It's pale. Like, go back and read. And then she's talking about somebody doing like this, like picking up her hand or picking up her arm and like pale. So I'm like, I'm trying to figure out where this cutscene comes from that she's showing me. Hang on. Oh, wow. She's talking about, well, that was very violent, wasn't it?
Yes.
Wow. Sorry, that's the scary, the freak out part that I just had. Still see the bird. Wait, did it catch on fire?
I don't know. Possibly.
Okay, can you check? Well, I don't know where this happened or whatever it is. Can you check to see if you can still see like the marks in the road or something like that?
I could try.
Okay, I know that's random. That's what they just said, and so I'm like, I don't know. I mean, we could all. Oh, hang on. She said she wasn't even out of the house yet. Wait, so she was still living with her parents?
Yes.
Cool. Does she have a little brother?
She has an older brother.
Okay. There's something about like taking care of a brother, but she puts him as being like younger, like she watches out for him. I don't know what that means.
He had like a disability, and so she took care of him too.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, because she's all about like making sure he's fine. For me, that's younger. Thank you for clarifying that. They're good. Hang on. She says, she's like, girl, I'm sorry I can't see you now, but I'm okay over here. Like that. No wonder she's whining. No wonder it's cut short. Sorry. No wonder it's over. Hang on. You go out to have a good time and they just catch you off guard. Hang on. Where are they at? Live in the trees. They're not in the city. Wait, where are y'all at? Where do y'all live at? Where did it happen at?
It was a car accident and it was in Houston.
It was. Okay. They both died?
Yeah.
Okay. There was supposed to be more, but they didn't want to go. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Hang on. Must be. She really wants to talk to her mom and dad. Really. I don't know. Do you know them?
I don't know them personally. I met her mom for the first time at their funeral, but I have her on Facebook.
Okay. Because one of the kept saying that very sad, oh, like that, and I'm like, oh,
very close.
Yeah, very sad. Oh my god. Hang on. Wait, let me get back to your mom. She's okay. She's fine. I feel she feels lower. That doesn't mean anything weird. That just means wait, was this a year ago for her? Or not?
It was in December.
Perfect.
Last year.
Okay. She goes, I go, how long have you been dead for? She's like, it hasn't even been a year, you know? I was like, oh, okay, cool. Hang on. Who has her name badge?
Oh, I don't know.
Take her name badge home or something like that. I know I don't even know if they wear name badges. I don't even know what they like.
We did have name badges, but I don't know. I'd have to ask.
Okay, ask about that. It's almost like somebody took it home and made a memento, but it's not in the family. It's somebody from work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll ask, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, is it a steakhouse home country cooking thing you'll work out? What is it?
It was a Mexican restaurant.
Okay. Sorry, I just smell meat. And so I'm like, well, what is it? Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me get to mom. Yeah, she's okay. She's going. It's interesting she came through you. That's cool. It's probably because of exactly what happened. Hang on. Let me get back into mom real quick. Do you have any questions for either of them right now?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. No, you're fine. Hang on. She goes, I said, so how did you feel about, sharing custody of your daughter or whatever it was? And she's almost talking about like dad made all the money or like dad did this and dad did that and dad, hang on. And she's like, oh, kids. Okay, hold on. She's talking about kids coming over and kids just want to be kids. So she was more of the relaxed parent, honestly, in a way. Yeah. She's like, they come over. She's like, kids just want to be kids, And I'm like, I know. I have one. I get it. Hang on. She says, I wish I could go back and share those moments with her. Hang on. She's like, I'm here, sweetie. Don't think that I left you. Just she's just a type of feeling about her. I like, hang on. She's talking about you. She says, you know what the problem, don't take this the wrong way. She's like, you know what the problem with my daughter is? I was like, what? And she's talking about with you, like you almost say yes too much. Yeah. Are you? And I'm like, okay, like it's like, but it's not even in a bad way. Like, yeah, I'll go do it. It's like, well, oh, okay, fine, I guess. It's that. That's what she's. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but that's between you two, not me. Hang on. Hold on. They buried her?
Yes, but she was cremated.
Perfect. It's okay because she's talking about you going out to the location to see her. That's the only reason why I asked that. Okay, cool. Because she's talking about, literally the phrase was, I wish there was a more convenient spot like that.
Yeah,
like
it's far away from me, so.
Oh, is it really? Mm-hmm. Okay. She's like, I wish there was a more convenient spot for her to come see me. And that's why I'm like, oh, you're not with her? It's the whole thing. Hold on. She's saying we got it. Wait, is it a family plot?
Yes.
Okay, because she goes, oh, we got them all out here. I'm like, all right. Hang on. We're doing well. No, we're doing good. Not well. We're doing good. We're doing good. Hang on. Nothing out there for. No, nobody lives out there anymore, do they? Mm-hmm. Okay, she's talking about. I said, why did she go out there and see you? I said it was a family area. She's like, nothing to do out here. Wait, where is this at?
It's towards Livingston.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it is okay. Yep. Hold on. Says they put me in the ground and they forgot me. She's like, I don't even have a good view. And I'm like, I'm so sorry about that. But it doesn't even matter. They always joke about where they're buried at and what they do. Hang on. What does that mean? She just took me. She was telling me something and then it's way over here to the right-hand side. Hang on. She's telling you to be patient. I feel like out of anybody, you're the most patient person I know. Honestly, she's telling you that. I don't know why. Hang on. Are you wanting to go back to school?
No, not really.
Okay. But there's something about like continuing education or like continuing what you're doing so you can go someplace else or do something else. I don't know what that means. Hang on. She's talking about you have your life figured out all your own right now. Good. Hang on. Wants to move away. I don't know what that means.
I do too.
You do? Okay. So, okay, cool. See, just listen to what I say because I'm like, what are you talking about? Thank you for doing that. Hang on. Almost like almost like you feel caught. She's talking about like how you want to move away or something like that, so your heart can feel more free, like not as congested. I don't know what's happening with that. Like I feel like you need to move to the woods, honestly.
It's like literally exactly how I feel.
Really? Yeah. She's making me feel almost like this claustrophobic, like compression. And I just want you to be in the trees. That's where I want you to be, in the middle of nowhere, by yourself, having a nice time. Like, I would even want you to create like your own jewelry and art studio, like this whole big thing, like all that. Hang on. She comes up, she's so doting on you. She's like, I love her, I love her, I love her, I love her so much. Hang on. She says, I give you ideas, but you're always thinking for yourself. So it's almost like she'll pop in and she'll give you these ideas, but then you're always like, burp, or you like discontinue them. It's almost like they get buried under the rubble. Hang on. She wants to tell you she needs you to know that she's fine. She needs you to know that she's fine. Hang on. She's talking. This is totally a mom pep talk. She's like, don't let anybody take you down. Hang on. Stop at this point. Oh, y'all aren't together and y'all really don't get along right now, do you either? The ex-husband, correct? Hang on. Because she's talking about he can go fuck himself. So I don't know what's happening there, but that's her opinion. So you just keep that there. Hang on. Gosh, she's such a good mom. And it's interesting because, hold on. She would be shorter than you normally. Like a lot shorter than you, because she's standing up next to me and I'm 6 feet tall and she's showing that you're really tall too or something like that, or you're bigger than her. But it's interesting when she shows me in giving you a hug and loving you, she gets bigger than you and like wraps around you, which is like she's guiding you, she's protecting you, which is a beautiful, wonderful thing. Hang on. I still miss her. She loves you. She loves you so much. She does. Don't ever think. And she's showing me stuff about like either patches of fabric. So I don't know if it's like a blanket or a scarf or something like that, or like sleeping with it or grabbing it. Then she's showing me, I think this may go back to like being a kid more. And like saying, mom, mom, mom. Like it's this whole big lift your heart out thing at the same time. She's there. She's been with you for a very, very, very long time. Don't ever think she's not. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is I could continue channeling them for hours. Hell, bring me more people. I love them. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to take 5 or 10 minutes and I want you to have a good cry before you go anywhere. And I want you to have a good breather. Okay. After that, later on tonight, when you're done with everything, 5 or 10 minutes before you go to bed, I want you to take a moment by yourself and I want you to tell everybody thank you for coming through, because they give us their energy to use and we have to give some of ours back to them so that they can use too. It's only fitting. Okay. And then if you have any questions for me or if you need me again, just email me first. Okay. Okay, but take a few minutes, have a good cry, and they're cool. Just tell them you love them. They hear you, okay?
Okay.
Love you, Emily.
Thank you.